He sits down next to you. He doesn't know what to do. He begins to howl.
It's so awkward.
Welcome back, travelers, to the Tales of TerraVale. We are but your humble guides to the lands and legends that is the world of TerraVale. A group of adventurers, family, and friends, we explore and interact according to the rules of Pathfinder 2nd Edition role-playing game. So join us as we voyage through the Emerald Gulf, where the misty waves whisper ancient secrets and the winds carry songs of the long forgotten. Here, there be pirates that prowl northern shores, enchanters that weave spells as old as the deep, and every port holds the promise of new mysteries. So chart your course with us, raise the sails, and let the dice fall where they may, for this is the Shadowmar Saga. Last time we were together, the ship was attacked by a large astral jellyfish. Everyone was sleeping soundly in their cots when the ship began to shake violently, waking everyone up. They rushed to the top and found that this jelly that was attacking the ship was the same jelly that they recognized that was a familiar of their friend Kale. Upon realizing this, looking around, they noticed that Kale was not there. They had no idea where he was, but they had to protect the ship. So the heroes began to fight back against this astral jelly, trying to keep it contained in this one area, protecting each other. While in the meantime, Kale was doing his own thing, was searching for something. Throughout the battle, it raged on, and finally, after all the damage was taken both to crew and to astral jellies, Kale wanders out, broken, bleeding, and injured. Looks at Regina, the only one that was right there in his vicinity, cast down his astrolabe and his pike, and told him that he was meant to do this. He was made to do this, but he didn't want to fight it any longer, and cast himself overboard off the edge of the Silver Eider, which caused the jelly to shrink down, to melt, and return towards Kale into the sea. We come back to our heroes sitting on the deck of the ship. Boards on the deck of the ship are broken. There's some indentation. Sailors are picking themselves back up, badly wounded. And Regina is sitting there with the astrolabe in hand. And we'll begin there.
I would like to make my way to the top deck.
Yeah,
because if I remember correctly, I was looking up when this thing met its demise.
Yep. And which all this ectoplasmic goo fell down on top of you. And once you made the discovery that the shield does provide a small layer.
That's right.
Before it dissipates.
So I would like to walk up to the top deck and just give one of these, just like a... Kale? Where is he?
Regina's just looking over the railing, just to see if she can find any glimpse of him as he, jumped over.
Yeah, you look down.
Desperately looking just to see if there's any chance.
You come up to see that Regina's looking over the edge. Regina, you don't see anything other than the waves of the ocean, which are a little bit more agitated right now, splashing up and down.
Regina! Ugh. Where's Kale? I've got a word for that man and his stupid jellyfish.
Honey, I don't think we're seeing Kale anytime soon.
Why would you see Kale?
Considering he just jumped over the dang railing and into the ocean. I don't know.
Why would he jump inside like to just go look like and peer over? He jumped into the ocean. Did anyone jump after him?
There wasn't anybody close. By the time I got to the edge, he was already gone. Of his own volition, he jumped in. He was saying something about he was meant to do this. It sounded like his patron, whatever patron that he followed, commanded him to do something that he didn't want to do. And
to jump in the ocean?
No, I think that was the ultimatum. So he was looking for something. He said there was some darkness on the ship that was hidden here somewhere.
Is the ship moving?
Just the regular moves of the ocean.
All right. Is there an easy like path down to the water?
Oh no, there's about maybe 15, 20 feet.
Like there's not like a rope overhang or a rope ladder or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's probably a spare rope next to you on the floor. You could probably latch it to the edge somewhere. I'm sure there's some rope ladder around, especially when lowering the rowboats down.
Okay. When did you go over, Regina?
Just now, he just jumped over.
Just like a minute ago, a second ago?
Less than, yes, seconds.
Seconds ago. So at this point, I feel like just leaning over the edge, peering. Kale!
Now you don't hear anything at this moment. You see that the waves are moving rough against the water, and it's dark. It is night, and so you can't see anything below the surface of the water. In fact, you know that just the way the ocean is, and that the currents underneath it, and he could be anywhere if he went under the water.
Okay, so I think that at this point I would start a panicky, because this is an old friend of mine, so a panicky like running up and down the side, looking over, maybe even like trying to sprint over to the other side of the boat.
Yeah. So as you're kind of running back and forth, yelling out "Kale," up and down, Bror will walk down from the quarter deck towards everyone. Nyland, what are you doing at this moment?
I guess I'll take Amaya and go down towards where Regina.
You want to join the group? Is that what?
Yeah,
okay.
I think she'll just go to join the group.
I think she jumps off the boats, the rowboats. So she was standing on top to attack this, and Amaya comes running alongside. Bror comes walking up and sees, What was that? What happened out there? You can see he's a little tiffed.
Where's he at?
He's right now. He walks up to the group. Kilo's running up and down the deck, and Regina's standing right there. I think Regina's more internalizing everything.
Yeah.
Kilo's trying to make sense of it all. Nyland's walking up a little, doesn't necessarily know what happened yet, but can tell that something bad has happened.
I run back up to the group. I can't find him anywhere, sir. They can't went over the side. We have to send the crew. Someone, we have to find him if he's over the side.
What do you mean he went over the side?
I was told. Regina, tell him.
He jumped over the side.
Why would he jump over the side, sir?
I have no idea what's happening here. All I know is that the same was talking, and now you're saying he's jumped overboard. He's gone. And look at those seas, lad. He's not here. He's not here any longer.
We have much magic on this ship. Why do we not just use magic to find him and bring him?
He was the one who did the magic.
Can I look at the astrolabe and see if it's pointing to anything?
You are holding the astrolabe that he had given you, but you really don't know too much about how to use astrolabes and how this particular one it works, and you don't get anything in particular from it.
Okay.
Nothing that's telling you, giving you any clues.
Could I do something with my blue fire, release it to get him? Is there anything that... Your tone. Can we look it up in your tone?
Regina's just kind of like in her head right now. She's looking at this thing. She's trying to understand what just happened. And she's lost. Was it raining or no?
No, it wasn't raining.
I guess she'll walk over to Regina then and shake her a little bit. Regina, your tone. Can your tone tell me if the fire magic could save Carrie?
You have a book for your fire magic. Okay, if anything's going to be anything in there, it's going to be in that book that you have.
I did read it.
And you should know. Okay, honey?
Well, the sea's a dark and terrible mistress. If there's anything, it will take a very strong and dangerous magic to mess with it. I don't think we have anything here that can bring Kale back if he doesn't want to be here.
I guess Regina will go as fast as she can down to the room that Kale was using.
Now you push right past Boar.
To try and figure out what he was doing, what he had, like thinking that maybe he had found something while he was studying.
You remember that in his last moments, Kale pleaded with you, saying that the drowned lady told him to do these things. That there was a dark magic on the ship. It was below the floorboards, but he could not find it. And he's too weak to continue. There's only one way to end this, and that's when he casts himself over.
Okay.
Where do so you push past Roar and you're headed below deck. You're obviously,
I guess she goes to, okay, with that information, she goes to the lowest place that she's been in the ship. So when the Feymori first attacked and her and Grits hid in the bilge, right? Like in the underbelly of the ship. So that's the lowest place that she's ever been. So she's going to go under there and try to find.
Yeah, you start going below deck and you head to the private quarters in the back here.
Go underneath.
Well, so you remember that this area was hidden beneath this crate and this chest. So you begin to start moving out, and you're not. I mean, you use your mage hand. Richard helps by moving some of the stuff, but it's a slow process.
Okay.
As you go and start doing that, everyone else, you saw Regina walk down with purpose. Labora comes to Nyland. Listen, Nyland, the crew has taken quite a beating. I need you to tend to their wounds.
Could we not summon someone who could summon an animal, a creature, to find Kale?
Best we have now is if we find some sort of port to do that. By then, Kale's long gone.
I will take care of your wounds first.
I haven't taken much. Take care of these lads and lasses first.
Bring me the woundiest.
The woundiest. Oi. He turns around to start barking orders and sees Kilo staring off into the sea.
Okay. Hang it, Kale. Hang it. As she just falls down the deck and just starts like lightly pounding the deck. Someone does again.
Are you okay, lad?
Every time, Roar. And he stands up and he just like walks off by himself.
He looks at Nyland. I need some time alone, I think. I'll get the crew. And he starts barking orders.
Remember, the woundiest first.
Die with the woundiest of wounds. Come forth. You're in the captain's quarter, or in the private quarters, and you remember this area that Grits was reaching down into the bilge, Grits actually saw you go down and was going to follow you down there.
Grits, help! Grits, pull her! Hurry!
What's happening?
Hurry, Grits!
Okay. Oh wait, what am I doing? He's like, his muscles begin to grow, and he picks these things up. And there's that grate there that was there before, and it's settled in place. He picks it up and moves it out, and you can see the entrance into this bilge area. And then he kind of like helps lower you down and jumps down with you. Why are we over here?
She's gonna use the light cantrip. And
Okay.
just like shake
Oh!
like a glow stick.
Viewing out this light begins to glow, and you're down here in the bilge, just similar to what it was like that night that you hid down here. In fact, nothing has changed down here.
He said there's something beneath the floor. I don't know if he's ever been down here or what, but he said it's underneath. He said there's something dark underneath here. We have to find it. There has to be meaning to this. There's got to be some reason.
And you see that there's crates below this. There's some like crates in this area, and they look like they haven't been touched in a long time. And you go through, and Grits helps you, and you start prying open these crates. And as you're doing so, you see that there's like these bottles in there, maybe some like bottles of some sort of substance, nothing magical by themselves, just like these. And then you come to one. Well, there's two crates, and it's packed into the corner, which you weren't in. Last time you were down here, you dropped down and went back into the corner as fast as you could. And as you're searching around, you realize that this section of the bilge is separate from the rest of the bilge and the rest of the ship. And that this is a hidden spot almost within the ship. And going through all these crates, you do find two crates that are chained shut, and they're locked tight, and there seems to be a small engraving on it, engraving of an E on there that you recognize from the letters that Nyland had once got.
So like Regina and Grits are just like scurrying around. They're frantically pushing boxes away looking for this. Regina's like very much uncomposed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
She's like here's kind of like a mess, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff, like sweaty from pushing boxes around and everything, and they're thinking that she's not going to find anything. There's like no hope at this point. She's just going through, and then she finds this area, and then she finally sees this. She's Grits, and then she just like sits down and like just takes a breath. Because like seeing this means that okay, it's something, and there's another step to take, right? So that's the whole thing, is that like before, when he jumped over and everything, she didn't know what to do and make a sense of all this, but now that there's actually something, it means that there's a step that she can take to
Almost like a wall breaks, and all those things she was holding back just finally lets loose.
Yeah, exactly.
And Grits kind of comes over with his large muscled arms.
They carry armpits.
With just the top half of his body is like extra arm. Are you okay?
It's all right. It's okay. Thank you. I just need a minute.
He sits down next to you. He doesn't know what to do. Begins to howl.
It's so awkward.
Grits, can you get Nyland and heal up for me, honey?
Yeah, yes. He runs out and jumps up from the lower bilge and runs up top.
As he goes up there, she's gonna pull out her tome and just start going through whatever can tell her information about whatever's in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Before, like, she doesn't want to open anything, she doesn't want to change anything, she just wants to look at this thing, see if there's any reference, and then go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're just pouring through your tome, just trying to find anything that maybe the journeyman had known about I don't know, anything, about the sea, about the drowned lady, about any. You're racking your wits trying to find something. Grits runs up and finds. While they were gone, what did you guys do? I mean, there's not too much time.
I basically just went over to, like, there. And I just kind of felt like sat in the corner. I just sat in the corner. Just
Like up
elbows
here?
on my knees, just sitting down. Yeah.
on the stairs.
Just having a moment.
All right. Nylan has been taking care of some of the wounds.
Woundiest to least wounded.
Yes. The woundiest to the woundy less.
Yes.
You're commanding people to stand in the woundiest to the woundy less.
I have like signs.
You're-
Woundiest.
It's like a triage tense. Like set up.
The men are like, I don't know where I stand in the woundiest.
My thumb hurts. My knee hurts. I think you're ahead of me.
There is that, Boren brings up Suriel, who's been knocked out. She's like out cold. Please, help her.
Take her to the tent.
Tent. I don't think you end up dying.
Actually, triage
He
tense.
told me I had a tent.
He's not the GM. All right.
I thought the GM said I had a tent. Fine. Place her on the barrel.
He places her down right in front of you on one of the rowboats. And will you roll a medicine check?
I'm pretty sure that's not one. Is that not one?
No,
Or is that a
that's
seven?
a
Oh,
seven.
okay.
That's a 7. See, I should have gone.
They're
with
both
my
hard to
own
read.
dice.
Someone almost died there.
17
Oh,
for
okay.
medicine.
Why did you do
We
that
just lost
17?
you.
They get out of line quick.
We pull Kale out of the water. She kills him.
It's like we're around here. So it's like
All right, so you're able to kind of stabilize her, and quickly with some herbs from your pouch, you're able to. She wakes up and tend to her wounds, and you're tending to other people as well. Grits runs up next to her. Nyland,
Can't you see I'm busy?
just Regina needs you.
Someone else will need to take my place here. Find someone. I'll go to Regina. She just leaves.
You do it. And then he runs up to, he goes looking around for Kilo and says, Kilo, you're alive.
Yeah. We're always so surprised that I'm alive.
It was dangerous out there. You were running along the mast.
That's true. That was pretty heroic.
It was really cool. Maybe together we can be the hero.
Yeah, you are already the hero, Grits. What do you need? What do you need by that?
Regina, she needs your help. She found something. The bilge.
Okay. All right. Back to it then. He stands up and starts.
Grits leads Nylan down, since she's never been here before. And Kilo knows his way, since he remembers it from the first time. And eventually they all find their ways back below the private quarters into this small area with a bunch of different crates deep in the bilge. And Grits brings Nylan over and Kilo over to Regina.
Regina, what do you need? I was working up quite a large tab of money by healing people. Ironfoot owes me quite a lot.
Look at this, honey. Is this your father's seal?
You look at the crate, and there is a seal on. There's two crates on top of each other, and the top one has a seal of the Inscara seal on top of it.
Yes, that is theirs. Or shall I say my family's crest?
I think this is what Caleb's looking for.
The precious cargo.
The darkness.
The darkness. Did Cal tell you that?
Yes, he said that there was a darkness hidden on the ship and that it was under the floor.
My family is not dark. We are light elves.
Are you saying that what it is in this box is what happened, is why Kale is thrown over the side of the ship. I would immediately like to stand up and is it locked? Is it obviously locked?
There's 2 padlocks on there. So
Okay.
it's chained shut.
Is there anything lying around that's like a crowbar or anything?
There is on the bottom there. There's some old tools in the corner you find.
Okay. What do I grab?
Yeah, you can find a crowbar.
Okay. So I would like to walk over to a crowbar and without asking anybody or checking or whatever, I just start to pry at it and like hit it, take some anger out on it.
Roll a strength check.
Uh-oh. Regina will protest as you're doing this. Please. Kilo, stop, please.
This thing is why Kale is over the side of the ship. And I want to find out why.
We don't know what's in there.
You grab this crowbar and you stick it in, and you find the lip of the lid to it, and you're able to kind of get in there and you start prying it, but you're working at it and it's moving, but you still have to work at it.
If my father sent his right-hand man, then he would have a key. We could check again in the captain's quarters.
Don't
to
need a
see
key.
if there's a key.
It'll take too long. I'll just pry the lid off.
Proceed.
I'll pause for a second, like as it's creaking, and just like hold for a second and just kind of like look sideways to Regina. Regina, what do you suggest?
Grits, can you go and grab whatever you can of Kale's that was on the desk when he was working last night? Just grab everything from the desk and can you bring it down here, please?
Yes, yeah. He runs up to the hole and starts going to the
I
cartridge.
don't know what I don't know what to do. All I know is that there's a darkness. That he thought that there's a darkness so deep in here that what I can assume is that that's how the Fomori found us.
So you think that the darkness is in this crate?
I don't know what to think. All I know is what he said. And if there's something strong enough to compel him to do what he did, we don't know what's in here. And there might be a reason that it's locked, Kilo.
It might be locked because whatever put it on here wasn't in our best interests.
You do notice that there are 2 crates on top of each other. One of them, the top crate, has the seal. The other one does not. But they do look like they came together.
Let's just try and find out as much as we can before we bust this thing open. Believe me, I want to find out what's in there just as much as you.
I'll pull up the crowbar. What did he say that makes us think that the answer is in this box?
He said he couldn't find the darkness in time. He tried, but it was underneath the floor and he couldn't get to it. And that if he were to get to it, then he might have been able to live, but he couldn't, so his only option was to cast himself into the ocean. To save us from his fate.
Which sounds to me like he was trying to get into these boxes, or wherever it is, and maybe it's not these boxes. But if whatever it is that he was trying to find was to save us. So by not breaking it, I feel like we're making a bigger mistake.
It would not be my father's box. We are not evil. I suggest you take off the top box and search the bottom box.
Are they both locked?
Yes, they're both locked.
Yeah.
Similar manner.
They're both locked.
So they're separate.
Go ahead and pry at it again.
All right. So this is obviously frustrating to him, but so he pulls the thing out. He wants to throw the crowbar on the ground, and then he's gonna walk out.
Okay. You're gonna
I'm walking.
climb up?
I want to go to find Bror.
Okay.
So
All right, so Kilo goes over and he climbs out of the hole as Grits is coming back, arms full of some papers and books and things. And Kilo, where are you going?
to find Bror. He just keeps walking.
All right. And Grits jumps back down, drops some things. He's like trying. This is all I could find. I also found some more tools if we wanted to get in there. I'm not sure.
That'll come, honey. Thank you.
Grits, could you please go to where the captain used to be and see if there are any keys? And also, while you're at it, search the quarters that I shared with my father's right-hand man and see if you can find keys.
Do you know how to make a cappuccino?
On the double.
I could use a steak.
So many steps.
Just look for
This is a Duke one with multiple steps.
Grits, keys, my room, captain's room. Now,
Right.
Regina will just kind of quickly go through to see if there's anything obvious.
Yeah.
Look at this crate, see if there's anything smoke coming out the lid, like anything that would say
Incorporeal or
this is a dark thing on like
You're-
the surface.
Yeah,
like,
you're
put our ear up to it. Just overall, just do an investigation of these things at surface level.
Yeah, so as far as from the surface level, there you don't get any feelings from the crate. It doesn't exhume any sort of darkness or coldness or anything like that. They just look like regular crates, other than they seem to be double locked, secured, and then the one has a seal on it, which you find peculiar. That why would he put a seal on a crate?
Also,
if he's trying to hide it.
Yes, if he's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Why would he go about?
Nylan just wants to like dust herself off and like fix her hair and mutter to herself, "Daddy is not evil," and just like sit there and waiting. She's waiting to be justified that Daddy is good, so she's waiting for somebody to open the box or pry open the box or get a key to prove that her daddy is not bad.
Or
Grits
bobby
isn't
pin.
here, right?
No, yeah, Grit's just left. You do see of what he dropped down there, a bunch of his magic books were kind of left, almost as if he was in a hurry. This wasn't a planned escape or a moment that happened. So he left a bunch of magic books that he probably would have kept, including the black leather-bound book, private journal of Dark Eyes himself about the Fomorran.
Can Nylan go over and grab one of those books and then go back and sit back down and start to read it to look for information?
That's different.
She likes to read.
She,
She just didn't.
What's
She
everybody do
wanted
for her?
help with the light book. She did read that book, but she wanted help with
Well,
that book.
it takes more than, it takes a while to really get into everything that's in the Book of Light,
Yeah.
and so that the Book of Light isn't a one-time read and you figured it out. Sure, you can grab another one.
She did read it.
Read portion of it.
She would like to grab another one. And then can she roll to see if she can find any information?
Sure, you can arcane check.
Okay.
What is it? Is it a nat one?
that one this time.
All right, so you sit down and you're starting, and you're like super concentrated about this contents, and Regina notices that you're holding the book upside down. Yeah, that's what I thought.
He said some sort of Latin.
The same thing happened with the Book of Light.
So we're just gonna look through the see if there's like a huge kilo and bookmarked or something like that.
Yeah.
So where was he in last?
Yeah.
he was reading?
Actually, you do find that as you're slipping through, there's another piece of, there's some loose piece of paper in there. Most of the notes are on the side, like margin, and then inside of it, these are all notes of Dark Eyes, but there was a separate sheet of paper. And as you're flipping through it, it kind of slides out a little bit, and you recognize this is a different handwriting. You kind of put it together that perhaps this is Kale's handwriting, right? And
I'll read this letter. The search through the archives yielded more information about the ship, Destiny, a TerraVale class. Dark Eyes once served as a deckhand to a notorious smuggler aboard the vessel. The ship's history is as murky as the waters it sailed, with numerous rendezvous spots detailed off the Black Knoll Coast. One notable location is the island of
Roshinor.
Roshinor, also known as Black Rock. This island served as a frequent meeting point for clandestine exchanges and secret dealings. The shadows of Rokinor hold many secrets, and the Destiny's connection to this place could lead to more answers.
You find some more.
The dealings with the Fomori are orchestrated by a shadowy figure known only as the Patron. This high-to-do buyer operates from the shadows, coordinating the exchange of slaves to the Fomori with precision. The matron's influence is vast, reaching into the darkest corners of the underworld. The transactions are shrouded in sorcery, with the patron pulling the strings from behind a veil of anonymity. The slaves, once handed over, are lost to the blight, their fates sealed by the patron's ruthless machinations. The weight of these dealings is heavy, a dark burden carried in silence.
I'm going to stop you there for a second and let you ruminate on that. And Kilo comes aboard deck. And you see that Bror is standing, he's giving directions to everyone. They're starting to pick up pieces and repairing the ship as he goes. You step behind him.
As I'm approaching him, I want to say, Bror, danger to the ship. Follow me.
What? Why?
And then just turn on my heel and go.
And he follows you down into the private quarters. Where are you going, lad?
Danger to the ship, Bror. This way.
Where could he possibly...
This way.
And he sees you jump down into the... And he walks over. Oi. Putting the new steel foot to work.
That's right.
Drops down. Crashing down and...
Pretty loud thud.
Yeah. Oi. Which obviously everyone is aware of. What are you lads doing?
I want to point at the crate. This one right here, Bror. This ship is this crate is a danger to our ship. I have it from Kale before he jumped over. What is in this crate?
Can I run insight on Bror before he even gets anywhere close to the crate?
Yeah, go ahead. You can read that he knows about this. And this isn't a surprise to him. Well, I see you found the captain's hobby here. Though, I don't know what any of this is personally. But this is one of the many reasons that the captain himself was headed north.
You have no idea what's inside.
I care not to deal whatever the captain's hobby be.
Right, do you have the key?
No, you didn't think that this was important? From the start, you knew that these were here?
Well, the plan has always been to go save the captain. These were all side things that can be answered later.
Side things that could be answered later. So the captain, so we get attacked by Fomori, the captain is captured, and we're going to save him. And one of his mysterious hobbies of secret cargo on the ship is not something that we need to know about?
Well, it seems to be high. It's about who needs to know.
If you know
Who
what's
needs
in
to
this
know?
cargo, I demand you tell me. My father's crest is on that. That is my family's crest. Therefore, I should know what is in the box.
All right, you need to understand something. The captain, he's not a smuggler or anything like that. He's just moves special items for some unknown clientele. All right, and I don't put my nose into it.
It's not an unknown clientele if my family's crest is on it.
Bror, there's a danger in this box. If you don't know what it is and you don't have the key, I'm breaking it open.
Well, I didn't say I didn't have the key.
Okay.
You've had the key to this as well? Are you?
Someone should.
I think this is a need to know basis, and before this, no one needed to know.
Yeah, the 3 people on this ship included 4 people, including Claire, that have saved your life more times in the last 2 weeks.
When would this needed to come out?
That as soon as we got attacked by the Fomori, as soon as they started searching the ship, and
How would you expect that I would know that they came for this?
Is Grits here? Did he come back?
Oh, yes.
Grits,
It's kind of like...
open it. Grits,
Wait,
open it.
but you have the key. You have the key on you?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's right,
Are you
it's
gonna
right
open
here.
it? Are you gonna open it, honey?
If everyone calms down.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Grits,
everyone
open it.
calms down.
And she's yelling, Grits, open it.
Grits, you can stop looking for keys now.
Grace is huddled out. He does not like confrontation. And he's like, no, I don't like it.
Like
I
a
don't
giant
like it.
bodybuilder, like in the fetal position.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone just calm down, all right? We'll open it. You can look inside. I don't know what's inside. How was I supposed to know this could be any connection for what the Fomori wanted?
I didn't want to believe Nyland, but I'm starting to.
I've told everyone
All
he
right.
is an evil man.
We can solve this now. We just open the crate.
Nobody listens to her.
No, open the crate. You're willing to open the crate. We don't know what's inside. We think it's dangerous. We should just open the crate.
All right.
The
Clearly not.
contents of this box belong to my family. I would like you to open it.
He
please.
reaches in and grabs this chain of keys. There's a bunch of different
And
keys
I would
on
also like you to open the contents of the box underneath the one that has my family's crest. Thank you. Now, please.
it. All right. Well, shall all be prepared for whatever pops out of here.
I draw
Can
my
I
sword.
put my shield around me? We're all thinking the same thing. Wait, can I put my shield around me? Oh, I can't.
I actually don't think it's going to be anything dangerous. I'm just
I'm-
being prepared.
I want to.
Watch for it.
Yes, I want to be ready to react to roar and not what's in the crate.
Bro walks over and unlocks the key, the padlocks there, and of the first crate on top, and lifts off the lid, sliding it down. And what's inside this crate? It's about probably this deep, this wide. And it's full of hay and like paper material, and sitting on it is this beautifully crafted, made from white birch wood bow, engraved with silver engravings on it. And inside is a letter that Bora picks up, and it has the seal of Inscar.
Give me that. That might be my present.
A birthday present? That's right, it could be.
I just turned 50.
What does it say, Nyla?
My father is not coming. This is my gift that you so rudely opened.
That's it? Is it? What does it say? Hold on, I'll read it. Dearest Nyland, I had hoped that this trip would have pulled us close together, but the truth is I've never felt home. It was my greatest desire to escort you to wilds of Oakthurin forest, and there we would hunt the spirits of the whatever the heck that is together. But I am forever bound by what and believe it must be delayed once more. Please forgive me that this last gift reminds me of my embrace, that you may represent the name of Scar, while amongst that woodland king, may your light shine brightest in my heart forever. In love, Balin.
I told you my father was not evil. And she would like to just walk away. Well, she wants to grab her bow. And then she
Picks
wants,
up the bell.
she wants
It has
to
like
just...
5 slots for arrows.
No.
She wants to...
No, but it does have a slot for 2 arrows.
Ooh, she wants to...
Look at that.
Oh, in scars and graves. She wants to grab her weapon and go to her room because she's very upset right
Very
now.
emotional day for her.
Because he was supposed to be coming for her 50th birthday party, and everybody just thought that her dad was bad and pried open her crate. That was her birthday gift. So she just
You
wants
told him
to.
to. You
Well,
said
yes,
open it.
But she's
All right, you
upset.
go back to your room,
She's upset that they think her dad's bad. She loves her dad.
lock the door, and start to cry while holding
Yes.
weapon.
Yeah. She pets her bow a little bit, holds it to her face.
Kilo, is there anything else in there?
No, I didn't see anything. But Regina, when you get a chance, maybe just look at that bow.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
because it says it's a nice present from Daddy doesn't mean that's not what the document says.
Of course, yes. Well, let's get to the next crate.
Yeah. So as I'm like, I'm pulling the crate to the side as we're doing that.
All right.
Thank you, bro.
All right. Again, just be prepared. I don't know what's in here. He unlocks it, and he picks up and again throws it back, and the lid comes off, and you see it's very much the same, very similar crate, hay and things, but inside of it is small metal contraption, probably about this big, connected to a long chain. Looks like this bronze-like metal mixed with some sort of stone has crafted the outside of this, and the inside it seems to be some sort of crystalline orb inside there. Gives a very faint glow inside of it. And even though it looks like it's made from a stone-like material, it looks iron wrought. Like every detail has been purposely placed upon it.
Regina, I feel like this is more your department than mine.
Yeah, can I use my...
Yep.
Use a Femoral Lore check on this?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
29.
All right, 29 esoteric lore. I'm going to say that you observe this thing, and you pull out your tome, and you're flipping through, and first you go through any sort of writings of the Fomori, and none of this matches anything of the Fomori. And you go through, and you go to the Umberglades, and you flip through, and your own experiences, and this doesn't look like anything that you've ever seen before. It doesn't seem to match that kind of... from research, it's something ancient, something unknown. It might be related to something below Earth. Maybe it's dwarven. It looks as could be some other subterranean race of some sort. But as far as you can tell from your research, it doesn't relate to anything from Mori. It doesn't relate to anything that you've ever seen before. It's something else. You do also can tell that it's used somewhat like a lantern.
Can I look in Dark Eyes' notebook?
Yeah.
I cross-reference that. And the notes and all the...
Yeah, go ahead and roll esoteric lore. Oh, you're looking through his book. So you're looking through his book and
Kills. And like just the stuff that was on Kill's desk.
okay. So I'm going to say that you spend some time doing this. This is your initial looking and research is not pulling out anything that is jumping out to you. So you're going to go into some deeper research, but it's going to take some time.
Okay.
As you're doing that. And Boris standing there. Well, I didn't know any of these things were in here.
I'd like to just kind of pat him on the
He
side.
tenses up a little bit.
You just kind of like, but a nice pat. Like I'm just, And then I want to walk over to Grits. I want to give him a hug. Because before Grits, he lost a friend too, and nobody.
Yeah.
And I just want to say,
And he's still over there. He's kind of rocking a little bit.
I don't like a mommy and daddy fight.
Grits, boy. What do you say? Let's sit down and give a toast to Kale. Since I can tell this is going to take a while.
Well, it's probably a good idea. Let's go up. Let's get the crew. Let's give them a proper goodbye. All right, so Bror gathers everyone around. All right, we do need to give Kale proper respect and send off. We don't know the devils that had plagued him, the curses he held, but he did help us time and time again. And though whatever relationship he had with that jellyfish was unnatural, I'm sure that this had nothing to do with him. But as he sails the celestial seas, that he'll be free of any of those patrons he paid tribute to. Kilo, he hands the clothing to him. Cast off to Kale. And everyone who pulls out his sword. To Kale! The memories of the good he's done. And you
Walk over to the edge. So we see you again, buddy. Throw it up the edge.
everyone lifts up their swords. Ah! And moves out. Morning is coming soon. Sun will be rising. We'll just get some rest while we can. And then we're back to it. We do need to save all cotton and all officers. I'd pay back those Fomori 100 times for the damage and the death that they keep causing us. Until then, we'll find the light and chase after it. Now get going. Everyone begins to sheath and walk back to their beds, their areas, wherever they need to go to at the moment. Boris standing there. Keo, I'm heading to sleep. I suggest you do the same.
Aye, sir. Before bed, Grits, how about that drink?
All right, now I can get some.
Just something, just a quick...
Thank you, travelers, for watching and joining us on our quest today. If you want to see more adventures by us, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember to toss the dice and let them fall where they may. Until our paths cross again, thank you and have a good night.